It's
Right.
the ladies in
Hang
the
on a sec.
room. There are.
So where's your pain, actually?
It's a nerve pain. I've got a degraded.
Yeah, but where?
It's in my hip, my right hip.
Yeah, but whereabouts in the hip?
It's my right hip.
Yeah, but
I
Where
can't
in the
sleep.
that's a big
Give her
area.
the exact coordinates.
So you've got a butt muscle, which are your gluteals, and then you've got your rectus femoris, and then you've got a whole bunch of other stuff, your TFL, and
Well, it's the compressed disc and the bone spurs that are pushing on the nerve.
Oh, okay, you got burns.
Yeah, but
first.
that's not.
Okay.
Then that's not the hip. Then it's the spine.
So you're talking about
Right at the hip, though. I mean, the whole pain is in the hip bone
Yeah, because
area,
the nerve passes by down into your foot, but it
all the way.
stems
Yes,
from
ma'am.
the
And that's where the pain radiates all the way down there. Peter, I'm sorry you asked.
and operating your hip will not fix that. You have it's your spine area.
Correct.
That's
Yeah, the
probably
compressed
needs to be
disc needs
taken
to be
care of.
raised.
Yeah, why you can't really do that, but
Exactly. So I want
well,
the
you
shot.
you can because it's the muscles that are pulling your spine
Yeah.
together. So if you stretch and strengthen the right, you've got to stretch some and strengthen the others.
It's just a general pain in the ass.
It's a general pain in the ass, and
It's really
this
close
is
to
what
the ass, isn't it?
teledoctors are all about. I've heard had my first international teledoctor visit.
And you got two of them at the same time.
Exactly.
I can tell you a really good story about it, Pat, about a guy who had problem going down both his butt cheeks, right down the back of his leg to his heel. And a doctor wanted to operate on him and follow the nerves down both his legs. And he came to me, and he didn't have to have that operation.
That's awesome.
There is a way around. There is a way around naturally. Yeah.
You shall be the less operated you are on,
The better.
the better.
Absolutely. Wholeheartedly agree.
Never ever try to get an operation just because you think
Mm-hmm.
it's the good thing.
Several opinions before you do that. Go down that path.
Oh, that's the last thing I want to do. That and pills.
Exactly.
Peter, you got a good room here, man.
Man, oh man.
Good morning, everybody.
We got everybody in the room. We got to get hot.
Hey.
Good morning.
Hello, Guenther.
Now you all know how to treat a pain in the ass.
Yeah, naturally.
Naturally.
Should have been the title of tonight's episode, Pete. What's a pain in the ass?
That's more marketing ideas for you, Fred.
Thanks, mate.
Hello, everybody. I think nice to see you, Glenda. Welcome. And thank you, Pat. There's no truth in the rumor that we're going to send out, Zoom invoices for treatments. But you've got plenty of people giving you advice here, so I think we'll get started.
And I appreciate it.
I love that a doctor and I can concur. I think that's amazing. It's awesome.
Okay, I think we'll get started. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode number 205 of our Your Next Level Mastermind. And our topic for today is which small habits led to your biggest wins? Or if you want to, which daily habits led to your biggest wins? Whichever you feel most comfortable with. But before we get to that topic there, just very briefly, for those who are watching the recording, please make sure that you actually connect with these people. Each of them will have their connection details underneath the video replay on YouTube. Please make sure you book a time to talk with them. They will have the opportunity to share with you their expertise, their experience, their knowledge, and more important than anything else, their ways of introducing you to networks that you didn't even know that were available. So please make the most of this opportunity. Reach out, connect with them, book a time to talk with them, find out from them what it's all about in terms of the real world. They come from all over the world, right? From all different professions, from all different levels of expertise and experience, and I can assure you I trust each and every one of them. So for those watching the replay, I cannot more strongly recommend that you do this. Reach out, book a time with them, and find out what it is that they can do with you, for you, about you, or whatever. Okay, so with that in mind, so you can get to know a little bit about them, let me start introducing them. I'm going to start with you, Fred Gillen, followed by Annika, our latest medical online specialist. So, Fred, over to you.
Thanks, Peter. Hi, everyone. Most of you who know me, I run a digital agency called More Marketing Ideas from my home office in Melbourne, Australia. And the reason I started the agency was I figured everybody needed more marketing ideas. And it doesn't matter whether you're a business coach, you need more marketing ideas. If you're a medical doctor, you'll need more marketing ideas because you've got to find patients. If you're a herbalist, you need more marketing ideas. So no matter what business you're in, you need more marketing ideas. And when you need more marketing ideas, just reach out. Do a search for more marketing ideas and you'll find me, Fred Gillen, because I am More Marketing Ideas. That's the name of my business. So now you know how to connect with me. And that's just one more marketing idea.
Annika, followed by John Allen.
Yep. Hi, I'm Dr. Annika Sorensen. I live in Sweden. I have been a medical doctor most of my life. I'm still one. I also now work in my own business, askdrannika.com, with stress management in the leadership, helping leaders to be more comfortable in their work, not overwhelmed, and having a better result in the end. I guess that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Anne. John Allen, followed by George Nagel.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, no matter where you are in this big wide world of ours. I'm John D. Allen, Allen Small Business Coaching. I talk to everybody about fall in love with your prospect's problem, not your solution or program. Your prospects don't care about your solution or program. What they want to know is, can you solve my problem? That's their big concern. Ladies and gentlemen, there's so many great people on this call today that can help you solve your problem in business, no matter what business you're in. Be sure to reach out to these people, because I'd be willing to bet if you knew there was a way that could solve your problem to make your business grow better, faster, and easier, you'd want to know about it, right? So reach out to the people on this call. They can all help you in one way or another. Thanks, Peter.
Thank you, John, very much. George Nagel, followed by Yvonne.
All right. Can everybody hear me? I'm having trouble with my headset, so yes? No?
Good.
Okay, good. All right. My name is George Nagel, and I'm all about creating sustainable businesses. Right now, I'd probably say 80% of the businesses out there, if a person wasn't able to work, they would have no money. So what I'm doing is helping people create their own sustainable business so that they can work, or they don't have to work and still make money. Anyway, I just want to do a shout out to Vangelis. We met up a couple times. Awesome guy. If you haven't met up with him, please do so. The guy's a whiz with AI and amazing. So that's me, George.
Thank you, George, and thanks for the shout out. Well done. Yvonne, followed by Vangelis.
Hi, everyone. I am Yvonne A. Jones, currently located in Florida. My home base is Jamaica, but I travel quite a bit between Florida and Jamaica. Now, you know how important building relationships is to your business. It's the foundation of every business. And that's what I help my clients do. I help them build strong, trust-based relationships, not only with their clients and prospects, but also with their peers, because we need each other, as we do in this mastermind every week. I also, for over 16 years, I've been a digital marketer and a life and business coach. And I recently I've been a writer since 2008, but I recently added copywriting. So If you have questions, as Peter always invites you to do, just reach out to me. It's for non-sales conversations so we can get to know each other, and I may be able to help you with just answering one question that you have. Again, I'm Yvonne A. Jones, and my motto always is focus on relationships and the money will follow. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Yvonne. Vangelis, followed by Altaf.
Hello, everyone. Vangelis here in Costa Rica. I'm sure all of you have heard of AI. And what I do is I help people demystify what that is. AI is not a product. It's not an application. It's basically a grouping of all the people involved in AI, from the customer to the project manager to the IT security to the scientists that make the models to the people that analyze things and the executive. Plus, it's also a bunch of hardware and software. And just demystifying and explaining to people what it is, the biggest problem most people have in their companies is interdepartmental communication. No one really knows what the other person is doing. So all of that includes, as well as technical stuff, also things that go on into their mind, mindsets and how they feel about things and being able to explain stuff. So I cover the entire gamut of who's involved and what's involved in AI. Thank you.
Thank you, Vangelis. Altaf, followed by Kristine Best.
Thank you, Peter. Hi, everyone. I'm Altaf from Bombay, India. I have 20 plus years of experience in IT, and I run my own business, which started in year 2012. We provide app development and support services. My focus is on reducing expenses as well as increasing the efficiency of the apps which my clients are using. Currently, I'm working on 2 projects which are related to fine-tuning the AI models. And I completely focused on that. So thank you very much. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Altaf, very much indeed. Kristine, followed
Thanks,
by...
Hi, everyone. I'm Kristine Best. I'm a singer-songwriter and a wellness strategist. I use my music in my seminars, presentations, to establish a connection with people on a particular topic, to emphasize messages in my seminars on wellness. Now, I concentrate on helping people live a longer life, and that with quality, right? There's not much point having quantity of life if you don't have the quality. And the thing is that 70% of all deaths in the world are caused by chronic disease like cancer, heart disease, gut problems, arthritis, back pain. And most of those things are preventable. And people have mental health problems. 1 in 8 people in the world have mental health problems. And a lot of those are preventable in the early stages. And I help people overcome those issues to live a better quality life so that they don't suffer, so that they have more time with their family and their grandkids. I want people to be well, and people have bad habits and behaviours that lead to these things. And did you know that there's actually a simple fingertip pinprick test that can tell you what your risk of chronic disease is? Wouldn't you like to know that? Because then when you know that, you can do something about it, and I can help you with that.
Thank you, Kristine, very much. Brian K. McNeill, followed by Glenda Kroll.
Good morning to this amazing collection of gift, skills, talents, and experience. How is everyone doing? My name is Brian K. McNeill, and I am the Sales Confidence Leader. I will tell you, with the aggregate collection of talent in this room right now, a lot can be done. But when your marketing does work, when you have communicated, when it boils down to the client understanding how you help them, at some point you're going to have to say something. So many amazingly talented entrepreneurs miss the sale and miss the opportunity for helping the client because they simply didn't know what to say or what to do or what to say and do to follow up what they said and did. And what I do is actually teach amazing people like you what to say and do so that they can sell themselves, which they often forget, and their services better than they ever have before so they can earn more money. And I do it through my coaching, through my workshops, my talks from a platform, through my groups, and through my books. I've written 7 of them, and I'm furiously finishing my 8th book that I'm super excited about. I'll give you guys a secret. The title of the book is Selling Financial Services is Different. That's the title. But Brian K. McNeill, the sales confidence leader, you guys have an amazing day.
Thank you, Brian, very much indeed. Glenda, followed by Bill Pickett.
Good morning, everyone. Do you ever look in the mirror and wonder, how did I get here? Maybe it was a job, a relationship, or life itself didn't turn out the way you had hoped. If this resonates with you, then it's time to stop waiting and start building a life that you truly want. But here's the truth. Change requires more than just wonder, more than just dreaming. It takes real determination and work. And if you decide that this is something that you want to do, you're going to stop wasting the time, then it's time to contact me. Hi, I'm Glenda Kroll, and I help people to reinvent their life, rebuild their confidence, and learn how to create lasting wealth through real estate investing. It starts with your commitment to make the change. And if you're ready to do that, then all you need to do is book a call with me. In 45 minutes, we see if we're connected to each other, and we go from there. You're never left on your own. The only way to make it through is having a mentor to guide you along the way. Thank you.
Thank you, Glenda, very much indeed. By the way, for those of you who are here, please make sure you put your best contact details in the chat, but keep it as brief as possible so we can make sure we can get into the description box of the YouTube area. So keep it to a minimum if you can. Okay, Bill Pickett, followed by Daniel.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Bill Pickett, and I help coaches and solopreneurs increase their engagement and turn it into leads and profits using my 3-part ecosystem, which is attracts, engages, and then nurtures your clients so that you can take and turn them into raving buying fans in a short period of time. It doesn't take that long. The whole trick is about engagement. And I've specialized in Facebook engagement, and I know how to drive the algorithm so it's in your favor. And that's basically what I teach.
Thank you, Bill, very much indeed. Engagement's what it's all about. Daniel, nice to see you again, followed by Tina.
Hello, everyone. Nice to see you all. Pleasure to be here. So I'm Daniel Kobryner. I live in London. I'm a life and business coach and international motivational speaker. I help small business owners who feel stuck without real clarity and direction in their life to find back, the clarity, the motivation, and the confidence to build really the best life they can. What does it mean? It's about listening to the people, understanding what they really want, because a lot of people don't feel heard, don't feel seen, don't feel understood. So already giving people the space to do that, to express themselves, and afterwards to help them and covering, the best potential in them. So for me, it's all about as well uplifting people. It's about being fully authentic, helping people completely connecting to their core values. And once they do that, they become unstoppable. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel, very much indeed. Tina, nice to see you, followed by Anita.
Thank you. So I'm a certified divorce coach, and a lot of people don't understand what a divorce coach is. So I explain it like this. We understand what a wedding planner is. They're everything wedding, from the cake to the venue. Well, I'm everything divorce, from the thinking about it to the healing about it. What I do is I help you with the emotional aspect of divorce that keeps the cost of the divorce down, saving you, in some cases, $100,000. So that's what I do. I'm located in South Carolina. I work throughout all English-speaking countries. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Tina. Anita, followed by Pat.
I'm Anita Higgins, and what I do best is I help business owners connect with their ideal target market. Recently, I was appointed to be a trusted advisor at No More 9 to 5. And what we do is we provide education and technical support of CRM at a very, and virtual assistants at a very affordable cost. Our professional benefits are like $97 per month, and you get AI generated lead generation support on LinkedIn. So it's a great opportunity. I'm also helping somebody else with real estate investment opportunities here. In April, I'll be starting that job.
Thank you, Anita. Well done. Okay. And Pat, over to you.
Thank you, Peter. Hello, everybody. I'm Pat Dreyer in Phoenix, Arizona, and we've already had our first 90-degree day, 32 for you people that understand Celsius. So yeah, a little warm, but as I was retiring, I found all these people that my age and older that just couldn't retire. They had to continue working. And so very simply, I show people how to make money. Now, I've always used network marketing as a business opportunity as opposed to really selling products. So we show people how to build a business as a consumer. But now I have a product that's changing my view on marketing, at least for now, that is. It's big, it's growing all over the world, especially in Europe and some of the poorest countries. We have so many people that are getting such great results that I figured if they can do it, anybody can. So it's a product where you don't have to be an expert and you don't have to have a big bankroll to get started in the trading marketplace. And by adding a tap to trade option on your phone or your laptop, we enable the newest beginners to leverage other people's trades with other people's money. And so if you want to learn more about how this works, just connect with me. My details are in the messages, or you can just go to patdryer.com. Thank you, Peter. And thank you, doctors.
Invoices in the mail, Pat.
I feel better already.
We've got some apologies for the session today from Dr. Chris Willems, who can't make it. He'll be here next week. From Mark Engstar from New Zealand, who's in the middle of a darn night for him, even later than you, Kristine. And from Ingeborg, who was hoping to get here, but she's on a long walk and she was hoping to get back on time, but she wasn't sure. Anyway, our topic for today, and please have a think about this, and I'll take you in the order that you raise your hands because this is an important little topic. Which small habits led you to your biggest wins? Bear in mind, we're talking to people who are looking for advice from people who are experienced, who have been there and done that, who have burnt their fingers, who have learnt the lessons of life and business. So which small habits led you to your biggest wins is the real issue. And Brian, your first cab off the rank, my man. So over to you.
What a great question to ask. And I'm looking forward to hearing everybody's answers. But mine is very, very simple. When I began my career in professional sales, I knew I didn't know anything. And I happened to discover a book on selling. And I started reading one book after another. And one of the books said, you should read 30 minutes to an hour before you start your workday. And because I was so green and growing, that's what I did. And I ended up making it through about 700 books that way. But reading 30 minutes to an hour before you start your workday, it gets you ready, it gets you sharp. And that little consistent learning, that sharpening, that consistent and never ending sharpening of the axe keeps you getting better and better and better. Not only do I incorporate my daily reading, but also I go to YouTube University as well to pick up some tips. Some of it is dreadful, some of it is good. But you keep yourself in a constant green and growing mode and never allowing yourself to get ripe and rotting. But daily reading is the tip.
Ripe and rotting. I love that bit. Wow. Thank you very much, Brian. Before we move on to the next one, can I ask you a quick question? When you say you read every day or you watch on YouTube every day, is there anything in particular you may watch more than once? Or read more than once?
A lot of stuff I watch more than once, and a lot of books I read more than once. For example, Think and Grow Rich, I probably have read 11 or 12 times. But there are a lot of books. I think there's certain books I would recommend people read every year, like Think and Grow Rich and How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. They're old books, but they're classically good. And of course, this guy, Brian K. McNeill, has written some amazing books that you all need to be ingesting.
Well
But yes, a lot of things I read more than once or watch more than once. Thank you, Pat Dreyer.
Daniel, over to you.
Yeah, well, for me, I mean, in terms of habits is obviously setting, the day in the morning and really showing up fully, showing up even when I don't feel showing up. Sometimes I don't feel like doing things, but really it's go for that every day and, never give up, always go. And another habit which I developed more perhaps recently it's really listen to my intuition, really, because I used to work very much with my brain and, there was a lot of overthinking and perfectionism. But the more I'm doing that, the more I'm listening to my intuition, the more my path is clear. So thank you very much.
Well said, Daniel. Well done. Thank you very much. Pat Dreyer.
Getting that brain right every day is the most important thing in the world. And Brian, you got it right, buddy. And sorry, I'm watching my daughter's dog and the trash truck's going by. But anyway, every day I meditate. I either do a Bob Proctor Abundance guided meditation or Vivek Ramaswamy. Sorry, I got into the political crap. Yeah. Anyway, I'm off subject here. Dogs and politics. It'll get you every time. But anyway, I every morning when I wake up, I practice gratitude. And it's one of the things that I've always done for the longest time. And it's the more I do it, the less I need to do it because I find myself doing it automatically. Then, of course, I read. And like Brian said, Think and Grow Rich. It's a great book. It's not one to read. It's one to be mastered. Still trying to master that one. It's very tough to get going on that. You get stuck in that thing for a long time. It's a great book that if you want to pick it up, I'm telling you, if you try to read that and follow some Bob Proctor's teachings on his YouTube and or website, it's a great way to go. But I try to get my mind right. So I give myself the morning. And like Brian said, I read every day. And I find that the more I learn, the less I realize I know. So be very humble going into the day. Thank you, Peter.
Pat. Thank you. And you're right, when it comes to Think and Grow Rich, it is not a matter of reading it. It really is a matter of mastering it. You really nailed that properly. Well done. Oh, look at dogs and politics.
Yeah, he had his pockets picked, so we got this collar on his neck.
Thank you, Pat. Fred.
Yeah, I've told this story a couple of times in here, so I'm not sure how many people remember it. But years ago, while I was working as the IT guy in an insurance company, my immediate manager had this trait that used to really piss me off. And what he would do was he'd ask you a question, and when you give him an answer, he wouldn't respond. He'd just sit there and say nothing, right? And we were actually on a trip to Sydney together one day, and I asked him the question. I said, Gil, why do you do this thing? I said, it really irritates the crap out of me. When you ask a question, you sit there and you don't give an answer. And what his answer was, he said, well, what did you do then? And I said, well, I just come in with more information. He said, exactly. He said, so you either give me the information I want or you dig yourself a hole. So what it taught me was that the power is in the listening. So that's why God gave you, 2 ears and 1 mouth. So just shut up every now and again and listen to other people. And that way you'll learn what they want. And you can either deliver that if you can deliver it, or you can point them in the right direction so that your friends can deliver it or your connections can deliver it, whatever. And use your referral network to help people. But basically, shut up and listen. And that's what I try and do when I talk to clients.
Thanks, Fred. Very simple but very powerful advice. Shut up and listen. Well done. Dr. Annika.
Yeah, I'm going to go on another direction. I'm going to say that there are tons of things that you can do that are easy and important and so on. But one of the things that is really, really important is to care for your sleep. So it needs regularity. So every day, more or less the same. Your brain does not know if it's weekend or weekday, so it wants somewhat regular, and that you get enough hours. And I learned the hard way to do something when I when I put my head on the pillow. I do my evening, what do you call it, praise for what's been going on that day or what I'm going to do next day. So I have like a thank you. I say thank you for having a good day. Thank you for the good night. And thank you, so that when I fall asleep, I will be in a good mood and those other thoughts will kind of go away. I learned this when I was in a corporation and we went bankrupt, and it was kind of horrible for a while. And I had a hard time to fall asleep. So that's when I learned this, and I taught it to people, and I've heard so many that this is a good way to get a good night's sleep, because we need that. I think that's
Annika,
it.
That is it. Care for your sleep. Would you have a recommended minimum number of hours that people should be sleeping for?
7 to 8 hours is the normal. If you sleep less than 6 hours, it's usually it's more risk for illnesses and diseases. And so 7 to 8 hours. And if you sleep too long, that can also be an illness. So
people like Elon Musk, who publicly say that they don't sleep for days on end, is he heading for trouble in terms of his own health?
Yeah, absolutely. And also some people say that they never sleep, but they do sleep because they're not aware of it. And I mean, nobody has a sound sleep every night, the same. That doesn't exist. But on an average, you need to have like 7 to 8 hours per night.
Okay. Thank you, Annika. Thank you very much. Kristine.
Yeah, I agree with what Dr. Annika said. And you need at least 3 hours of REM sleep. Otherwise, you can end up going crazy. You've got to have REM sleep. Is that right, Dr. Annika? Yeah. So, I mean, each person who's spoken, I think everybody here has probably implemented some of these things in their journey. For me, if I go back, it'd be almost 8 years now since I started this chapter of my life. And it started with me deciding I wanted to be a songwriter. And in that process, I made a CD and I thought, I need to promote it. How am I going to promote it? Who's going to do that? And I thought, no one's going to do that. I'll have to do it. So I got on stage And so I had this goal of doing that. Now, I started doing that at the age of 63. So that was no mean feat. I'd never been on stage, right? I think I was when I was a little kid, but, once. So this was all new. And I had this goal that I wanted to achieve, getting on stage and singing my songs. And in the beginning, I sucked. But I decided I was going to go to a lot of open mics and overcome this, nerve, the nerves that I had. And so gradually I did that. And then I thought, okay, now I want to do something else. And I wanted to learn more instruments. And I decided then I wanted to be a performer. And I changed my business plan. And then I got on social media and so forth. And step by step, I thought, well, I've achieved that. I didn't think I'd be able to do that. And so I'd go the next step and the next step. And then I brought back in my wellness stuff from many years before because I had unfinished business and I could see how I could use both music and wellness. And so then I thought, well, now I'm going to try this goal, and slowly but surely, step by step, each goal that I achieved inspired me then to achieve the next one. So, I had an idea of what I would like to do, but I didn't dare think too much about that. I just thought about my next goal and achieving that one. So a step at a time and chipping away at all the small goals. And eventually you look back and you see how far you've come. And that in itself is also inspirational and motivating. So yeah, that's my tip for everyone, is step at a time.
Thank you. Step at a
Small
time.
goals.
And every little small step accumulates into big ones. Well done, Kristine. Well done. Glenda.
Well, first of all, Kristine, yes, I love that. And through all the times where my life became chaotic or things that happened, I used to just say that one step at a time or one moment at a time. So it didn't overwhelm me. My morning actually starts the night before. So the night before, I always look for one or two things that I need to achieve that day, major, and that is put onto a list. And then I get off of social media and everything, and I do a short meditation before I go to sleep, sort of to wind me down, to stop all the chatter going on in my brain. And as I finish every meditation, I'm always end it with being grateful for what I have and for all the beauty and love in my life. And then in the morning, I start with the same thing. I start with a meditation and moving into a stretch. And I work on my own energy. So movement, self-care is the most important thing for me. It's made me stronger, and I live in a world where I have a lot of balls in the air because I look after a lot of people in my life, and I still have a business to run. And when we can allow ourselves to relax in the morning and channel ourselves accordingly, then we can start with more wisdom within ourselves. And that slow motion of moving forward by doing the meditation, by doing a amount of reading and so on, leads me into a very much more productive day. And grateful for every moment that I'm able to connect with others. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Glenda. Self-care is the name of the game, right? Well done. Well said. Before I get to you, Yvonne, please make sure if there's anyone you want to give a shout out to, please don't forget the opportunity to do that as well, okay? Yvonne, over to you.
I'll just mention a couple of things for sake of time. Like Glenda, for years, many, many years, I learned this, and it's a practice I continue today. And that is before I go to bed, doesn't have to be nighttime, just in the evening, the day before, I write my 3 most important things that I want to accomplish the next day. So that way, the next morning, once I decide to go into my business mode, then I hit the floor running. I don't have to think about, oh, what am I going to do today? That has helped me tremendously. Then my spiritual side is very important to me. So in the mornings, there's reading my daily text, which is the Bible verse and comments on the Bible verse, and prayer. Those set me grounded for the day, something I can reflect on during the course of the day, especially when I meet on challenges during the day. Then it might be that day or early in the week, there's a scripture I can reflect on to keep me calm. And someone mentioned before about taking a few minutes to learn. That's so important. I found it's not something that I've been very consistent with, but I decided I've been writing for years. And certainly for the 16 years I've been online, I've written on easing articles. I've had lots of blogs that I've written on. I've written for other companies. My writing has been syndicated, but that's content. I never focused on persuasive writing, even though I've created sales pages for products I've created. However, I decided that some of you know I've been having health challenges, and I decided that I don't have the energy for one-on-one coaching anymore. Group coaching, yes, and a mastermind, I'll do that. So I said, okay, I love writing. What am I going to do? So let me focus on copywriting where I can conserve my energy to write rather than talk, as I'm doing now. And so I invested in copywriting courses, and just, little bits at a time, I just want to share with you and congratulate me, pat myself on the shoulder, because I don't usually acknowledge when I do things. A lot of times I'll acknowledge somebody else, yay, congratulations, and I forget about me. And that is, I got my first copywriting client this month. So I'm excited about that. So thank you.
Well, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anita.
Yes, to take it on a little serious note is, I need like that 8 hour of sleep, because I have chronic pain. And if I don't get that REM sleep, it really does affect my ability to function in the morning. But I get up and I'm by the coffee pot to get myself moving. And then I listen to some words of wisdom from Joyce Myers or another Bible teacher. And then sometimes I listen to some LinkedIn courses by Joe Applebaum, or I just get by the computer and get my mind working so that it gets off of the chronic pain that I'm in and gets into another world where I can function.
Thank you, Anita. Thank you very much indeed. I'm sorry to hear that you're in so much pain. Goodness me. Okay. Tina, have you got some thoughts there? Which small habits led to your biggest wins, Tina?
I pretty much so echo what everybody else does. I don't read in the mornings, although I do read in the afternoons. But it's super important for me. I spend about an hour in the morning through meditation and energy work, and then I spend about an hour in my workout. And I'm not eating in the mornings at this point, but when I do finally eat, I eat something healthy so that I'm fueling the rest of my body, because I haven't been doing that for several months. So it's been important to get back on. But I start my day with my view of the day, and I end my day with what went right and what I can improve for tomorrow and set up my next day. So I pretty much so echo what everybody else says. I make sure that I do get enough sleep. The sleep has been super important. Like this morning, my body didn't let me wake up in time to get my full workout in. So we got here a little bit sluggish.
Thank you, Tina, very much. Vangelis.
I could just say ditto.
That was easy.
But when I talk about a meditation practice, I'll kind of go through what I really mean. But everything that everyone said, it kind of all is like woven together for me. I do a grounding where I clear my energy space, and it's a lot of focus on what's going on in my surroundings, my environment. I activate my chakras. I access portals to other dimensions, to collective consciousness. I mean, it's a really huge piece of energy work for me. And then I place myself in a protective sphere so that I even put mirrors on the outside, facing the outside, and only allowing certain frequencies and vibrations that are for my benefit to come in. And then I also set my intentions for the day, because now my energy space is clear. There's nobody else there except my energy. And now I'm in a nice, safe place. I can invite other beings in if I want to, or just be by myself, set my intentions. And after that, I do my soul mantras that are specific to my path in my journey here. So it's not just saying things, but it's saying things that are actually part of my being, my source. And then once I do that, then I do stretching, and then I do some walking or some type of physical work. And then based on my intentions, that's where my day, it kind of goes around that, but I'm also open to the working as I'm inspired. So that's my routine.
Just quickly, Vangelis, when you say set my intentions, could you just give me 30 seconds on that?
Well, it has to do with what I'm inspired to do, because for 45 years, I was told where to go and my procedures and processes and what country and city I was going to be in. I had zero time for me. I spent zero time. And probably many times I had 1 hour of sleep because I'd be on a plane at night. And then when I would get to the destination, I would have to set up and teach for 12 hours, and that was it. So now that I'm on my schedule, and my schedule really means what my intentions are. So I just listen a lot. I do a tremendous amount. I mean, I wrote everything what everybody said, and I love it. You know, Brian, the reading, Dan, fully showing up, intuition, Pat, the gratitude, grounding, Fred, listening and research, all those things. I do a lot of reading, and I get ideas like right here. My intentions probably have changed 4 or 5 times just by listening to all of you. So it's the engagement of life, and that's part of intuition. And see, we're all part of this collective consciousness. So every time I hear things that you all say, it's like it just kind of adjusts things for me. So my day is going to be following a lot of that stuff. So that's what I mean by my intentions, and also how I follow my intuition, inspiration.
Thanks, Vangelis. The engagement of life. I love that terminology. I like it. Well done. Okay. Excuse me. Bill Pickett, any thoughts? Which small habits led to your biggest wins, Bill?
Okay. Like everybody says, you know, pretty much been covered here. But I start out my day, once I sit down, you know, yeah, we have meditation, we have clearing our minds, or getting our mindset ready for the day, given the tasks of the given day. But I always try to learn something. To get my day going, I always try to learn something new each day. And I find that doing that in the morning activates my mind. And I try to take and learn something that I'm going to be focusing on during that particular day. So it brings, you know, fresh thoughts in, rather than thoughts that I've already have had prior to that day. And it just gets the neurons firing. And I just find that, it really makes me focus more on the given day if I know, something fresh and rather than something that I've been doing all along. And so I spend a good hour first thing in the morning learning something new. And it seems like I like going on the internet. I'm an information junkie anyways. I just absorb that information and I look for new sources all the time. And I just find it gets my day off to a good start.
Thank you, Bill, very much. Thank you very much indeed. Alta, you got any quick thoughts? We're nearly out of time.
Yes, thank you, Peter. There are a lot of habits with me or anyone else which others like and help them to win the deal. But from my side, my observers will tell better about it. But one thing which helps me to execute my daily planned activities is I think about the planned activity during the morning walk. I have a habit of going to morning walk daily, even if it's a Sunday. And at that time, I think about the planned activities. And it gives me proper execution plan. Actually, I plan the things properly that time. And I have observed that those things which I think about in the morning walk are get executed properly. And nothing gets pending for that day. So this is my
Good. Thank you, Alta.
habit.
Well done.
Thanks.
Well done. John D. Allen.
It's interesting. I couldn't find the raise your hand button, so that's why my hand never went up, but that's beside the point. I start my day out with a morning prayer, asking God to show me who I should talk to for the day, what I need to do, and, thank him for the day that's coming. Then there's a few certain people I send out a good morning message to and, help to get their day off to a good start. Then I get up and I take the little dog out for a walk because that's my morning exercise, taking him out, depending on the weather, whether we go a kilometer or two, and then come back and I write in my daily journal of all the things that I'm thankful for. And I'm doing it thanking for the day before. So then from there, I'll take some time like Brian and the rest of them said, and I'll read, then have breakfast and then get my day going. But it's very important to get your mind in the right mindset. Somebody brought up, I think it was Pat, that we got 2 ears and 1 mouth. I know for years I was guilty of having 3 mouths and no ears because I did more talking than listening. And, I think we've all been guilty of that, whether we want to admit it or not. But I'll tell you, when you listen to your prospects, to your clients, like Fred said, they'll tell you what they want. His boss was really smart, but he wouldn't say anything after he asked the question. Silence is a great tool to use in your business. So many of us, you hear a few seconds of silence, and, oh God, I got to talk. Learn to shut up. Let the person go from there. They'll tell you what they want to talk about. So that was, to me, was another great point to bring up. Thanks, Fred. There's so many great people on this call that we can all learn from. Like I said when I started, if you want to really help with your business, reach out to the people on this call. They can all help you in one way or another. It's a tremendous call. There's incredible amount of potential here. So reach out to each and every person. Thanks, Peter.
Thanks, John. We've got 5 minutes left. Anyone else like to have some last thoughts before we wind it up? And also any shout outs? Yvonne.
Yeah, I just want to say that lesson about learn to shut up is just one more marketing idea. Had to get that in, sorry.
And a very good one at that.
Thank you, Fred. Well done. Yvonne.
Yeah, I just want to say that, I'm going to make a concerted effort to do one-on-ones with more people. I used to, and somehow, again, with challenges, I'm not going to harp on that. But at this time, I just want to say, I said it last time, 2 weeks ago, and I say it again. Thank you, John. John is on my email list. He responds to almost every email that I sent out, even if it's just great points or something like that, he does. And he's very encouraging. And it's all about building relationships. So again, I want to publicly say thank you, John. And as I said, I'll be reaching out to more people to do one-on-ones, start doing one-on-ones again. So thank you, Peter, for this group.
Thanks, Yvonne.
Kristine.
Yeah, I want to shout out to Glenda Kroll because she's going to have me on her podcast tomorrow. So I'm really excited about that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to
You'll
that.
really like that. She's a great host.
Cool.
Well done. Thank you, Kristine. Anybody else before we go? Daniel.
Yeah.
Looking very pensive up there in the corner.
Yeah, just one point. You know, several people said today, you know, being grateful for what we have. I mean, this is so important. And you know, the little points I would add to that is really enjoy every moment of life. Just, you know, some people just think about the future, what's going to happen. No, I mean, it's now. Now we have control over our destiny. And the last point is really, let's remember to be kind to other people, you know, to help people feel good. And just, you know, again, without any expectations, just that.
Well done, Daniel. Well done indeed. Okay, anyone else before we go? Yes, Glenda?
I just want to say to anybody who's watching this, whether it's live or on video, you know, part of life is taking action. And one of the actions that I really suggest is all of us are here each week so that we can provide value. And, you know, it doesn't take much to take one of our links and book a call with any one of us, because we can give you some tips to changing your life and your business. So instead of just watching and not doing anything, we need to learn that the only way we can change our lives is by actually taking action. Thank you.
Well said, Glenda. Well said. Fred?
Yeah, Pete, I've just got to do blatant self-promotion at the moment. I'm actually testing out voice AI for local service providers. So if you know any local service provider that's missing calls because they're too busy, if you can connect me, I'd really appreciate it, because I want to show them how they can turn those calls into revenue. So that's just a blatant self-promotion and one more marketing idea.
Okay. Thank you, Fred, very much indeed. Well timed. I just want to say to all of you, thank you very much as always for your superb contribution. There's been an incredible number of ideas and insights and tips and guidance and things given today. And like Vangelis, my intentions have been changed as well, listening to what has been said today. Because what I plan to do is now been changed by listening to what some of you just said today. And I never fail to learn from you. So I want to say thank you. Thank you very much for being who you are. Thank you very much for sharing and caring the way that you do. And I really hope that the people who watch this replay truly appreciate the opportunity they're getting. So without any further ado, I want to say thank you. God bless you all. And hopefully I'll see you this time next week. Okay. Cheers for now.
Thanks, Peter. Bye
Thanks,
now.
everybody.
Thank you, Peter.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Everyone.